Alice? Here I am.
Hello everybody! Today we'll talk about the three-member girl group Third Eye, which debuted in 2019 under GH Entertainment. After the disbandment of Appleby in 2018, the company decided to rebrand three of the former members as Third Eye. We'll take a look at their careers and the role of the company. Before we start, we want to make clear that GH Entertainment is not a perfect company by any means. We as K-pop fans are very quick to blame the entertainment companies behind certain artists for the failure of careers, and you can find all the videos on this channel that do exactly that, blame the company. However, it is important to give credit to companies that do their job well, even when they make mistakes from time to time. GH Entertainment made mistakes, and we will go over that topic in the video later on. Please watch the entire video to form your opinion. GH Entertainment was founded in 2008. Former groups include Tint, a girl group with only 2 releases that disbanded only 2 years after their debut, and Appleby, a girl group with an even shorter career. The boy group Big has been active for quite some time. Their latest release was in 2018. Appleby was a 5-member girl group that debuted in August of 2017. The group consisted of members Yuji, Yurim, Sandy, Hyun, and Yunmin. They debuted with the single Wuchuchu. The debut was mostly overlooked and didn't garner a lot of attention. To this day, the music video did not yet reach 1 million views. Later that month, the group gained a little attention as a fire broke out in their dorms. Luckily, nobody was hurt. After their promotions ended, GH Entertainment set up a Makestar comeback project to help with the funds for a new album. The goal was reached and over $10,000 were donated. But instead of releasing the album soon after, Appleby disappeared off the face of the earth. The members stopped posting in April of 2018 and the money was refunded. No official information about the disbandment was shared by the company. In May of 2019, GH Entertainment started teasing their new girl group called Third Eye. The 3 members were revealed to be the former members of Appleby, Yuji, Hyun, and Yurim. Third Eye only consists of 3 members, which is quite rare in K-pop. So here is some information about them. Yuji was born in 1998. She has participated in multiple reality TV shows, such as K-Pop Star 2 in 2012. As you can tell, she's been in the industry for a long time and has trained for many years. She's the leader of the group. Yurim was also born in 1998. She's been noticed for her beautiful visuals and therefore holds the visual role in the group. Hyun was born in 1999 and is the youngest of the group. She is known for her powerful vocals. Taking on a completely new concept compared to Appleby, Third Eye debuted in May of 2019 with their first digital single Do My Thing. The group's goal was described as taking a new approach and making a challenge to the established K-pop idol scene. Member Hyun added that she wants all genders to dance to their songs and not stick to the stereotypical sound of girl groups. However, the debut didn't garner a lot of attention as the music genre of the debut wasn't well received by the general public. The music video sits around 3.3 million views as of now, but the views didn't start to rise until their first comeback, Out of My Mind. It didn't take long for Third Eye to make their comeback. Just 4 months after debuting, Third Eye came back with their new song, Out of My Mind. Compared to their debut, the company took the risk and only published a music video on their own channel. Everything turned out right, as the video went viral on the platform and has received 5.4 million views to this day. Third Eye was gaining fans at a rapid pace, and even music show appearances and dance practice videos gained up to 500,000 views. The song was also added to major Spotify playlists and reached 3.5 million streams on the platform. With new fans, anticipation was high for upcoming releases of the group, and fans, called Eyes, didn't have to wait long. In February of 2020, Third Eye returned once again with a third single called Queen. Just a day later, GH Entertainment opened a Make Their Comeback support project. The goal was reached and over $7,000 were donated. Queen did even better than their previous release Out of My Mind, reaching over 9 million views to this date. However, it's not completely sure if some of the views were added through advertising. The release did well on Spotify as well, reaching over 1.2 million streams to this date. Just 4 months later, Third Eye returned again with their first mini-album called Triangle, with the title track Yes Sir. The album sold around 1,500 copies and the music video reached almost 4 million views to this date. Yes Sir has also reached almost 1.5 million streams on Spotify. The fandom of the group grew immensely, and putting releases out back to back further solidified their success. Only a month later, Third Eye released a special single called Like This Summer. It wasn't promoted much, as it was supposed to be a gift for the fans. Only 2 months after their release of the album Triangle, Third Eye released a special clip in a choreography version for their B-side On Air. They also went on to promote the title track on all major music shows for 1 week. At the end of 2020, member Haeyeon released a solo song called Be There, however it wasn't promoted much. At the beginning of 2021, Third Eye began teasing an upcoming comeback, which would later be released as their 4th single album Stalker. The release did significantly less well than their previous releases and could only gain 1.2 million views to this date. Firstly, Third Eye, who were noticed and loved for their loud and unapologetic experimental music, chose a more generic and mainstream girl crush song as their title. A few fans were put off by this decision. Secondly, as the pandemic got worse in South Korea, Third Eye had a hard time promoting the song. They had to enter self-isolation only 5 days into the promotions and picked up activities only 2 weeks after the release. It is believed by fans that many people didn't even know Third Eye were coming back, also partly because of the longer period of time they were gone, and as so many big groups had releases at the same time, their release went unnoticed. It is still important to mention that the music video quality improved greatly compared to their previous comebacks, and they even had stage decorations for their first music show appearance. The release is still loved and received over 100,000 likes on YouTube to this date. On August 1st, only 4 months after the release of Stalker, a teaser photo of an upcoming project was shared on the social media accounts of Third Eye. GH Entertainment announced the debut of their new seasonal group called 777, composed of the 3 members of Third Eye, along with the 4 members of the boy group Big, also signed to GH Entertainment. The co-ed group debuted on August 10th with their first single album called Presente. Even though the music video gained 4.2 million views to this date, it is believed that the portion of these views were added through advertisement. 777 went on to promote their song on all major music shows for 2 consecutive weeks. They were also invited to some variety shows. The group gained attention for being composed of both genders, and the song already reached 250,000 streams on Spotify, only 1 month after release. Forming a co-ed group composed by both groups under the company turned out to be a genius decision, especially taking into consideration that Third Eye's release of Stalkers suffered from being overlooked. 777 stated that they are going to come back seasonally, however they haven't shared any future plans yet. This is where Third Eye is as a group at the moment. Let's take a look at the good and the bad things the company has made in the past. Starting off with the bad, GH Entertainment has used hairstyles on their idols multiple times that are considered as cultural appropriation. Even though fans have repeatedly asked for an apology, the company never answered. This behavior is not okay. Cultural hairstyles aren't supposed to be used as a trendy way to gain attention. It is disrespectful and hurtful, and GH Entertainment needs to do better. When you look at their history with groups, the company doesn't seem too competent as well. Tint disbanded after 2 releases, Appleby after only 1. Especially the lack of communication made it hard to trust the company in the past. However, looking at Third Eye, the company improved immensely. The group has been active and busy for 2.5 years so far, and the company has done a good job at communication with fans. Now onto the good things GH Entertainment has done that greatly benefited Third Eye and their popularity. Firstly, Third Eye have experimented with different music styles throughout all their releases, making their discography quite diverse. Even though it all still sounds like Third Eye, there are many music genres represented. From heavy EDM in Do My Thing to jazz in the Out of My Mind remix, Third Eye have shown their unique styles through their music. This is mainly because GH Entertainment continuously worked with the same producer duo on all Third Eye's releases. This makes for a recognizable style while keeping the unique Third Eye sound. GH Entertainment also caters to specific national fan bases. Third Eye has released countless cover and dance performances of songs in different languages. These covers have been received extremely well. Making covers in Indian, Thai, Moroccan and Spanish helps the group to branch out into those countries and helps them gain fans there. Third Eye has also been promoted in many different ways. The company does a great job at providing lots of promotions through different marketing strategies. YouTube covers, interviews, TikToks, or the debut of a co-ed project group are all strategies to promote Third Eye, and the company does it amazingly. Being a relatively small company, purchasing many high-quality songs for your artists is tough. GH Entertainment chose a different route and included remixes of their own songs with a completely different vibe. This way, more tracks can be added to an album and costs can be cut.
끝이 보여 하이 숨을 죽여 날뛰는 내 심장에 방아쇠를 당겨 따따따 끝이 보여 하이 숨을 죽여 날뛰는 내 심장에
The most important thing that GH Entertainment realized very early on is the main strength of Third Eye, and that is performance. Wherever Third Eye performs, their stage presence, charisma, and live vocals are always praised, and G8 Entertainment knows about this and adapts their strategies accordingly. Having Third Eye perform frequently is the main goal. Having frequent comebacks is the way to go. Being a small company makes it hard to put out multiple releases back to back. That's why G8 Entertainment doesn't invest heavily into their music videos, but rather puts out multiple comebacks a year and invests in great and unique performance costumes. If they are short on money, they set up a funding project and make fans participate in funding a comeback. When taking a look at the timeline, it's clear that Third Eye returns very frequently. The longest period of time they've been off TV is from August 2020 to April 2021. And it seems to work. So far, Third Eye have had at least 2 promotional periods per year, making them a recurring act on television and social media platforms. When they are not promoting an album, they are usually busy with concerts, fan meetings, and variety content for their YouTube channel. There's practically no long period of time where Third Eye is gone. The members also went viral on TikTok quite a few times with their videos that they post regularly. Their social media accounts get updated very regularly. When nothing is posted, it's usually when a comeback is near. Even though Third Eye have yet to reach big success, they have been steadily building their fanbase with every step they take. Their company seems to put in big efforts to support the group and present them to the public frequently and well. There are multiple ways to support the girls. Stream their music videos, buy their album digitally or physically, follow them on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, and spread the word about them. They need all the help they can get. Please support them. They deserve to be more known and appreciated for their hard work. Thank you for watching.